All right, we're getting started now. Put in a 5 on the chat and let me know on the chat where you're joining this call from right about now. All right, just quickly let me know. Let me welcome everyone. My name is Ken Primo, and I'm hosting this call live from Lagos, Nigeria. I want to know, all right, if you can hear me, put in your name and your location where you're joining this call from right now. Let's get to know you and welcome you. All right. All right. Just go ahead. Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome on the call. Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome on the call. So just put it on the chat. If you're on the chat right now, just go ahead. My name is Shisom Abara. All right. From Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome on the call. And if it's your first time, please just let me know on the chat. This is your first time. You're invited on the first time you're experiencing our call. All right, just let us know on the chat. All right, so I have Colombia, MD, USA. Okay, I have Ajah, Lagos, Nigeria. First time. Okay, good. Just put it on the chat. If it's your first time, please let me know it's your first time. All right, it's my first time. Okay, from Chisamabar. Okay, good. You're welcome on the call. So let's go ahead, put it on the chat. And it's Magmus. All right. Very good. I'm always excited doing this. It's more for me, it's a privilege. I've made it a routine and a privilege. It's a privilege for me because over the years, I was actually taught, to do what it is that I'm doing today. Everything that I am, everything that I've been able to model over the course of 3 years in this environment, we learned in the environment. And I'm grateful to God that I got exposed, to this space. Okay, we have another first timer. It's my first time, Tony Bimbe. All right, you're welcome on the call. So I just want to say a little thing about myself so that it's going to be easy for you to understand this opportunity about sharing. It's an opportunity. So first thing you want to do is you want to be open-minded, all right, to want to hear, okay, seek this information out. All right, and a few thoughts I'm going to share in the course of the training for you to understand why this is so important. But I can sell to you, all right, if you do not know a little bit about me and the information that I'm selling right now. So I'll go back to my foundation because I believe I'm a salesman, all right? So guess what? Let me tell you something that's very unique. You're going to love what I say. You're going to love what I share with you in the course of this call. But I don't just want you to love it, all right? A lot of people have been misled just by hearing sweet talks. But I want you to come from a place where you could relate with the information, all right? Because there are so many good people out there who can sell you. They can sell a rock, all right, to you, and you think that rock is gold. And at the end of the day, you take it to blacksmith and they'll tell you it's a rock. And you argue it that this is gold. I know this is, I can bet my life on it because of how it was so cheap. That's what has actually led a lot of people buying stuff online and beating their fingers. All right. So my name is Ken Remo. Like I said, I got into this space, all right, digital space, I think about 8 years ago. And I got exposed to an environment where I saw that the money I was going to make in life, all right, someone was not going to pay me. All right. It's an environment where I'm going to, it's an online space where I'm going to get exposed to, technologies that make me money. So that's what really brought me to the digital technology. I got exposed to the sales environment in the year 2007. So this is actually my 15th year in race, all right, knowing how to buy a product, look at a product, all right, and sell a product. And guess what? I've failed a whole lot in the course of these years. I've worked with several companies, several brands. I got into my first 6 figures in income, after failing so many times in 2018. And in 2018, something happened in my life, all right? After reviewing my years of experience in the space where, let me tell you what my review came to, all right? I failed more than I've won, all right? Forgetting the fact that, yes, I hit 6 figures, but it brought in a whole lot of pain because after that experience, I've carried burdens, right? I've been arrested several times, businesses of past years that got involved. As we mature, things begin to change. Our integrity level, our lookout for business didn't change, but the past doesn't change. Sometimes it catches up with you, so, paying debts, being responsible for people, for losing money. How many of you have been victims of this space, right? You lost a whole lot of money online. Put some 5 on the chat. So I was that guy because I'm a salesman. Now, I really want you to understand me. So at the end of the call, you're going to know that this is the person who spoke to you, okay? When I saw the cash flow quadrant in the year 2007, something related to me, and I bought that, all right? What was that? The only platform that was reasonable for me, you and I, to become wealthy and become entrepreneurs and big business owners was through network marketing, all right? Now, that was before the real hardcore advent of technology. Then this was what, prior to years. So when I saw that, it changed my view of money, okay? And I'm going to share this thought with you if you're here, all right? I'm going to open a slide and I'll share this thought with you, but I want you to hear me so it doesn't look I'm talking to you from a slide, all right? This is my experience. I got into this company for a reason. I got into this environment for a reason. And I feel if people could understand it, they could understand where I am. Who I am right now today, all right, in the industry will not matter to you if you don't understand where I am coming from, all right? So in 2007, getting exposed to this, all right, I wanted to now know how, all right, to sell a product. One of the best way to sell a product is to give value. I need everybody to put value in the chat. You make money based on the value you render to humanity, right? If you're rendering a service today, your service is giving value to people, and that will determine how much you earn. So you look at this industry today. So let's talk about some few things you guys can relate with. Instagram. How many of you are on Instagram? Put IG on the chat. All right, put IG on the chat. So I'll talk about things that you relate to, okay? So that it's easy for you to understand. How many of you are on IG? Put IG on the chat. How many of you are on Facebook? FB on the chat. How many of you have Netflix in your house? All right. How many of you have a riding app like Uber, any transport app? You do. Now, let me tell you one unique thing about all this experience. All right. They're rendering a service to humanity. True or true? Put true on the chat. So the more people they render service to, the more money they make. It's all about people. Wealth is giving people value. So the more people, the more problem-oriented you are, all right? When you're problem-oriented, you're going to be solution-oriented. Every technology is meant to solve a problem, all right? So e-commerce is solving a problem, is the biggest, it's created the highest income earner in the world, all right? E-commerce. You see, cryptocurrency has created the highest numbers of millionaires in the world today. Solve the problem, all right? Convenience of transaction in digital space, all right? So the more people accept this, the more money is being made in that space. You see social media today, it brings about leisure, it brings about connection, it brings about what? Communication, all right? And that is helping a lot of people. The world practically live online right now, all right? And that's why we have multi-billionaires from this space. I could go on and on, right? So if today you see this space as a difficult space, one thing you're not seeing is you're not value-oriented. If you're value-oriented, if you're an entrepreneur, you know that one way you're going to get a big brand, all right, is to create solutions. So today we have a big problem. How many of you agree with me that we have people who are not earning enough? True or true? Just let me know on the chat. Let's be honest with ourselves. We have people who are underpaid. True or true? Let me know on the chat. We have a lot of students who are going to school, they are graduating and they don't have a job. True or true? All right? We have individuals, parents who finish school, get master degrees, and they're still earning some couple of bucks. All right. How many of you know that a lot of people are not connected to their dream because there's no way to achieve their dream? True or true? Just align with me. Let's just know for saying if we're saying something. So what did we find out? If you find a solution to help a lot of people get what it is they want, you're going to get more of what it is what. So that is the business I'm into. All right. Today, I've been able to get what it is that I want. Now I'm helping individuals get what it is they want. And that has created multiple streams. So don't think it's far-fetched when you see people earn money. Just find one thing. Find out one thing. Are you giving people value based on what it is they need? Okay, so we saw a lot. 2018, I saw that I was failing. Why was I failing? I was too connected, just trying to make money. All right? Yes, I was in the right space, but I was so engrossed trying to make money. I said, trying to make money, we've really failed in so many companies. Why don't we? I said to myself that I rather want to do something that I am in charge of. I don't know if you like to be in charge of your finances, put charge in chat. Okay. So I made a transition in 2018, okay, to do something that I'm in charge of. It means if I buy into it, I own it. All right. And that came in the form of education in the financial space. But let me tell you one of my reservations in Forex. I never loved Forex. In fact, I was someone who was discouraging people from Forex. I didn't like it for 5 things. All right. It was so risky to learn, to practice. You needed a whole lot of money. All right. You could lose a whole lot of money. You needed a whole lot of time. And you don't really see people as successful in the space. If you align with what I just said, those are true, they were true facts that were disturbing a whole lot of people. And I put 5 on the chart. If you think that perception with me, all right, if you agree with that perception, that's what I was before I came into Forex. But when I came into this environment, I saw a couple of things that changed my perception. One is I saw a group of individuals that were earning and they didn't have a lot of money and they were not using a whole lot of time and they were having results and they were following through a system of mentorship family. My perception changed because I am a salesperson. I always sell value. That became the value I wanted to sell. Why? Because I realized, how many of you are with me? You're hearing me, putting a 1 on the chat. You are following. At that point, I realized that there were millions of people like Kendrick who has been ignorant and adamant about the fact that Forex was complex. You could lose a whole lot of money, which is true, all right? But if I found a way to now make you not lose a whole lot of money, not think it's complex, it means I've sold value to you. And because you're willing to learn how to make money, you're definitely going to learn how to make money. All right. And that way I've given you what you want and I'll make a whole lot of money from that. I don't think that's good business. Okay? I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. Okay. So over the years, this has what has, shifted the cost of our income. Not only have we learned the skill, because being in this environment offered me 3 things. So I'll share a couple of thoughts. All right. And we'll close out with this. I know when I say I'm closing, I love you to understand. All right. So if you can see my screen, just let me know in the chat. Okay, put screen on the chat if you can. So first one, so this company, the Imastra Academy, let me do a little brief of info. So this is actually the company formed 8 years ago by an amazing CEO, someone who was, already a made entrepreneur, right, in the billions of dollars. And he passed the legacy, foundation. And that legacy was to pass education. Education, they say, is the best legacy today. All right. So he's made a whole lot of money from the financial market and he thought to himself in his retirement time, how do we pass this education to people? This is what a lot of people don't want to buy. It's called education. Okay, because they think education has failed. All right. And I just telling my friend today that one of the things you're going to need in the course of this place is what education has done. All right. So let me skip a little bit to tell you. How many of you, all right, your parents, and you know that your best legacy for your children is to educate them, all right, to give them a platform of education, put education on the chat. It just naturally sold as a legacy, okay? But the truth is, our educational system is not really a legacy, all right? It's actually how would I put it? It's almost like getting into the military, and it's a discipline process. All right. Our educational platform is set to discipline you into slavery. All right. And just looking at height, is education enlightens you. One thing is to go to school, another thing is to be educated. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things in the course of my next part of this training. All right. For those of you that are making the decision to get started, it's what I do. I help people really grow in the form of education so that you can if you learn, you're going to earn. All right. But this company actually provided 3 things. All right. The skill set, the mentorship, and softwares. They brought in technology and a space where you could learn the skill set, where you could be mentored by people who already have success. All right. And now you could use technology, right, to navigate through these things, and you can win even while you have a busy schedule. So that's practically what this company did. Okay. So that's kind of like a brief overview, but I want to share this. All right. This is what I talked about, cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, broken down into 2 categories of people. There are people who work for money and there are people who make money work for them. Let me ask you this question. How many of you here today, you're still working for money? Right? Just be honest. You know that you're still working for money. Put in a 5 on the chart. All right? No need. Sometimes it's good to be humble to the information. If you're here, there's a desire. If you're still working for money, you belong to a class of individuals. Right? It means you have a job. It means you earn money based on time. All right. If you're still working for money, chances are in the money environment, you're never really going to get by, all right, to become financially independent. So this was stated by people who are successful. All right. For you to be successful, there is a path to success. And working for money means you earn money based on time. All right. It's really basic. It's really almost impossible for you to create wealth. Why? You can't create wealth based on your own time. So there are 96% of individuals, 95% of individuals that occupy this space of the rat race. They're working for money. It means if they don't work, they don't earn. So there are 5%. I'm interested. Yeah, I sometimes talk about the 95%, but you can't talk about a problem to eradicate the problem. You talk about the solution to shift the mindset of the problem. So how do 5% earn money? They shifted. Right? These people still work. But this time around, they work money. They don't work for money. They make money work for them. All right? I don't know if you can hear me. Put in a 5 on the chart. I want to know if my chart is still alive. So these people, rather than work for money, they make money work for them. It doesn't matter how you start. The concept is the concept. You may start with a small business, but as long as you make money work for you, you may start with $100. You may start with as low as $20. But if the concept is you are not working for money, you're making money work for you over a period of time, you're going to create wealth. How is wealth created? Wealth is a compound effect. Nobody found themselves successfully wealthy overnight. All right? It's a compound effect. What you do consistently over a period of time that amounts to wealth. And guess what? The irony of it is the same thing lies in poverty. Poverty is not a day's job. It's something you've been doing consistently over a period of time. So how you earn money over a period of time is going to give you a status, whether you're going to be wealthy or you're going to be in the middle class or poor. And guess what? They've eliminated the middle class. It's either wealthy or rich or poor. So if you still have a job, would you want to create a system where you could make the money you earn work for you? True or true? Just let me know. Put in a 7 on the chat. Okay? So the security of wealth is serious. Am I low? Can you guys hear me? So one thing is to work for money. That gives you an opportunity to play smart. Now you have money to make money work for you. So rather than earn money, can you now make this money work for you? So we have system generating income, enterprise businesses, right, that could make money work for you. And the biggest space is actually what? To multiply money. So we have the entrepreneurial space, right, where you discover systems that could generate money for you even while you're sleeping. Right now we have the investing space where you could send your money on errands. Now people who do this guided are those who amount to wealth over a period of time. So our goal on this course is to use our system of education to show you how you could create a system of multiple stream of income and also learn a stream where you could multiply this money. And many of you are really willing to know more if you're a guest on the call. All right. So that is really what we do. That's what I've learned over the years. Coming into this space, knowing nothing about Forex. In fact, I didn't love it. Today, I'm one of, a trading icon all over the world. Because why? I followed mentorship. I followed the system of education. And I'm using software. Okay. So this company actually created a platform of education in the financial market. All right. The strength of this company is to educate you in the world's largest financial market, a market that is trading over $6.6 trillion today, all right, where you could trade it digitally without owning a physical office, without working a job, all right? Now you could work a job, but also make money work for you in the financial market. All you need, my family, all right, is actually what? Education. How does it work? How can I learn how to trade, right? Today, Forex sells itself. All right, the largest entities in the world, the banks, the federal government, huge financial companies, hedge funds. All right, They major insurance companies, they major in forex. Why? They have huge amount of money. And where if a big businessman has huge amount of money, you want to follow the money. If you follow where the largest monies are going, you're going to make large money. You're going to make right decisions. So if the banks are investing in forex, why shouldn't you? Why are they using your money and you can't use your money to make money? It doesn't make sense. All right. So, but what do you need? People have failed over the years. 96% of people who come into this, I'll give you data that are true. So if a lot of people still buy the idea that people fail in forex. Absolutely, majority of people come into forex fail. And the reason I can tell you this for a fact is that's what I sold. I tell people fail in forex, but I didn't really clearly understand why people fail. All right, this is a space where you shouldn't fail. Okay, if you follow the blueprint, it's so easy. But because of the greed and the nature of man to make money overnight, all right, people have failed. And why? If you lack education, you're going to fail. If you lack mentorship, you're going to fail. If you don't have a system, a platform, an environment of success, you're going to fail. Simple. So that's why 96% who don't like reading, who don't like learning, all right, they want the fast way. The mentorship is not fast way. It's a legal shortcut. That doesn't make it fast. People want fast calls. So you see 96% of the mindset, the same mindset that like guarantee work a job long term, right? That I'm a program for long term, can't apply the same long term learning skill. Why? They want fast money. These are the people that fail. I was able to understand. And another thing I understood, and this has really helped a lot of people that I've mentored over the years. You focus on the skill set only, you fail. So a lot of people, go do your research. Some of you have learned forex. Some of you know how to trade, but trading does not make you successful. Trading is a vehicle. You need someone to drive you. All right, that's what mentorship is for. You need success is an environment. So you may know how to trade, but if you're not in that environment of success, you can't be successful. That's why a lot of people who have learned how to trade are not still successful. Why? They don't have a driver. They don't have They don't have a mentorship system. What this platform solved the problem, because over the years, a lot of people have been involved, a lot of institutions, but you still see a lot of people graduate from this institution and they become broke. Why? It's not the skill set. So you may know how to trade that. So the company gave you the platform where you can learn how to trade. That was big for me. All right. But trading is just 10% of your success. How unique. How uniquely true. A lot of people want to say this information, they won't tell you what I just told you. All right. Because it cuts a lot of things. But for me, this is what I wanted to hear someone tell me, because I already know people fail. So why are you telling me I'm going to succeed? Tell me why people fail. Then I know how to apply the information. So I was able to know that the majority of people that learn the skill, they will still fail if they don't have mentorship. So now you heard, right? So if it's about the skill, you can go to YouTube, you could go to Facebook, you could go to courses, you could get the skill set. But if it doesn't carry a mentorship environment, you fail. All right, I've been here 3 years. I've seen people fail because they just wanted to learn the skill. All right, but if you now make the decision that I want to learn the skill, follow through the process of mentorship, our company got you covered. Now they've been able to create a system where you could learn. So let me tell you things you can learn in our company. You can learn forex, you can learn HFX binary option. You could also learn cryptocurrency, which is actually well transferred in the world. How many of you know you're talking about cryptocurrency, but you're not earning from it? A lot of people are earning from cryptocurrency. All right, using tools, technology. All right, a lot of people are using AIs. A lot of people are using software. But one of the best ways to earn in cryptocurrency, there are 6 ways you could earn, major ways. All right, you could invest in it, you could mine it, you could farm it, you could, that's several beautiful things you could do that doesn't carry risk. All right, that you wouldn't even spend too much money, but you don't know because you don't learn about it. Our platform created an educational system where you could learn to earn 6 different ways in cryptocurrency from the comfort of your mobile phone. And this is well transferred. Right? If you even look at the conventional way today where people just invest, if you invested in Bitcoin probably about 2 years ago, what you had invested today will be over 400, about 4,000 return on investment, 4,000%. Right? That's unique. The banks wouldn't give you that. So that is why if you have money and you have knowledge in this space, it's going to be a money spinner. All right. That is what our platform gives to you, where you could now apply knowledge to what it is you have, and that can multiply what it is you have. So I learned cryptocurrency. All right. You can learn cryptocurrency, you can learn binary option, how to trade and earn money per time. All right, you can learn forex, how to make money per piece. And I can tell you one thing for a fact. What is it you have in the bank today saved up that they don't pay you? If you learn how to multiply it, all right, over the course of 6 months to 18 months, what the banks will not give you in 100 years, you can take in a month. How many of you would love that? Put in a 5 on the chat. So that is really what I love. That information. Is that true? Yes, it's true. All right. And we're going to prove that to you guys, with some amazing testimonies here. That's really what we have. What the bank will not, I said 100 here. I didn't say 10. I didn't say 50. All right. I would have said some things about the banks, but, I don't want to do that. With the information, the Bible says something, true knowledge shall be just delivered by faith. It is knowledge that is holding a lot of people from their destiny. All right. So another thing the company provided, which is where I major in, this was one of the things that brought me inside of this company. I knew that one way to achieve success is an environment. Let me hear the same, if you agree with me. If you're friends with 4 millionaires and you have a relationship with them, you stay with them, you hear them, you discuss with them, you have a tight relationship, and they are willing to help you become a millionaire over a course of time, would you become a millionaire if you're humble enough and you're teachable? Would you become a millionaire? Put in 7 on the chat. All right. It's almost like learning a language. The best way to learn a language is if you're in an environment of people speaking the language. You can learn the language. Yes, you can learn it on tablet. You can learn it through means of communication. But the best way to learn the language is when you're exposed to the environment of people speaking. Yeah, so one thing to be successful, you could learn success tips. But one way to be successful is you bring the environment of people who are successfully doing that thing you wish successful. So this company created a learning system where you have the mentors that have to teach you how to trade, and they trade with you live. So what would better to learn from than the person who's practically making money live with it? All right. If you agree with me, put in a 5 on the chat. So we have our Go Live educators. These are Go Live session that gives you an opportunity to learn from the educators live in real time, how to trade, right? How to buy, how to sell. And they would analyze, show you their strategy they use. And you could learn how to use this strategy. And while you're learning from them, you could now earn, because the live training sessions are also trading sessions. So there are individuals that have come on the platform. What they use their learning platform to do is to earn. So rather than them trading on their own within their first time before they master the skill, they'll come on the sessions, right? When the educators say buy, they'll buy, and they have a target. And we say 2% per day, 3% per day. And these sessions could pay you because we have multiple sessions, right? Where you could now earn. Now, another beautiful thing the company did is, it's not just about earning from the educators. You need tools. Technology has made things easy today, all right? You can see softwares all in your phone doing several things. Softwares can still make you earn. So we have applications on phone. So you don't even need to stay in the market and analyze. Some people don't have that time. I may have had time to come in and learn practically, give it 2 hours a day or more. But someone don't even have 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. But would you love to use tools that will go into the market and tell you what to buy and what to sell? All you just apply is probably 5 minutes less to copy and paste, and you can make money. How many of you would love to trade, all right, and make money just by copy and paste? Right, put in CP on the chat. Put CP on the chat. So this company provided multiple softwares. We have over 40 softwares in different environments that have different purposes on how they make money for you. So they go into the market and they analyze the chart to tell you possible ideas for you to buy or sell. They even give you the risk management. It means they tell you what to put in expectation and what to put in giving and sowing. All right. And all you just need to do is copy and paste and you can make money. How many of you love that? Put CP on the chat. I'm not really getting the vibe of this chat. Okay. Is it because it's coming for free? Yeah. Right. Don't look down on the information. This is really what is making a lot of people wealthy. Okay. So that is our software. Now, this is the beautiful part where I call this the lazy tool for lazy people. Not really lazy people, because there are people in the environment, they don't have the opportunity to be in it like us. All right. They don't have time. They are professionals. They are old. There are people who are old. They don't have the mental prowess to understand trading like we do. What they can do is called leverage. So this company created leverage applications where what it is with trade, you can send it on an application and you can get it as a message. And you just go on your book and copy and paste and you can earn money. So this is also a copy and paste, but they are mobile-driven applications. So you can download this mobile, and as long as you have access, to the platform, you receive these ideas from several educators using several tools. All right. Today I called one trade, and that trade paid some people the target for the week, some paid for the day, some paid for the session. All right. Some people made money just by. I was in my house and I sent that trade from my phone, and they got it because why? They had access. So one thing that is really needed in this space is three things. Are you ready to get it? Are you guys ready to get it? So for me, this is it. It doesn't really matter if it's environment in Forex, right? This environment, but three things we call success for you. All right. Number one is that you need access. All right. You need access to the right mentorship. You need access to the right education, to the right people, to the right environment. All right. You need access to the right information. So the first thing that counts, you need access. Second thing is, what do you need access for? To follow through a process. All right. Every progress in life comes from a process. It's not an overnight journey. It's not. You need a process. Process before profit. So every profitable venture has a process. So if you follow through the process of success, you're going to be successful. All right. So access, process will lead to profit. So before you think of profit, think access. All right. Follow through a process. You're going to be profitable. And that's really what our platform did. Give us that access to education, live from the virtual space. Now you don't even have to confine yourself to a physical space. All over the world, the company resides in over 120 countries all over the world. Speaking, we have translation in different languages all over the world, and you can build a business across the world. And if you're asking yourself, what is it going to take me to get started in this platform? It's quite simple. But before I do this, I want to quickly, allow someone to jump on. If you were on my live session today, all right, and you experienced the education, but while you were experiencing the education, you made some money today. Put dollar sign in the chat. All right. You're on the call, you made money. Put dollar signs in the chat. It doesn't matter if you're new, you're old, you make money. Put dollar sign in the chat. All right. Okay, just put dollar signs in the chat. That's good. So Emmanuel, I'll quickly just bring you on. So I had no plan. So you guys, I didn't plan this. I just want you quickly, right? Tell us how long you've been in the business, all right? I'll make you a co-host right now. How's the experience been like being in the environment? So it doesn't look like you just put dollar sign, you set your shit. So that people just say, hey, put dollar sign. No. So can you hear me? I made you a co-host. I think you're the one I made a co-host. If you're in a good place, just let me know. You can just message, all right? You can hear me, right? Emmanuel Uchena. I want you to jump on if you can. Just unmute yourself if you can. Just unmute yourself.
Well, good evening.
Right, good. So I believe you guys can hear. Can you hear me? Speak, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can't really hear you yet.
Can you
guys
hear me?
hear Emmanuel?
Good evening. Hello. Can everyone hear me?
I can't hear you, just. Okay, you can hear him. Wow, fabulous. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, speak now. Let me hear.
Hello.
Okay, good. I can hear you now. I was on mobile. So yeah, all right, good. Thank you for jumping on. I just quickly want to ask you. All right, how long have you been in the business?
Just 3 weeks. I've been in this academy for just 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I've been in this academy for 3 weeks.
Sorry, I think it's shifting. Yeah, come again. All right.
I said I'm into this academy for 3 weeks now.
Okay, 3 weeks.
Yes.
All right, good. Just say I want us to have a honest conversation. Okay. Would you say you're learning something you never knew how it works since you've been in the academy?
Yes. You know, at my first time, everything was like I'm just learning, just starting from kindergarten. So, but when I give it more time, like I'm from Ebonyi State. Because of this academy, I traveled all the way from Ebonyi to Cotonou, where I will not be distracted by anything. So I focused. But today, just within 3 weeks, I can follow, as in I can copy trade and make money.
Wow, so you made money today?
Yes, I started making money last week, Tuesday, from
Wow.
Dr. Odadipo class, Odadipo section. So I started making money. Even it was Emmanuel that I called last time that these are my challenges. He now gave me the ad because I never wanted to disturb you. So I quickly jumped to Emmanuel. Emmanuel now guided me what to do. He said, "You are too quick to make money. Go back to your academies. Go and leave your academies." I said, "Okay, no problem. If you call me again, I will report you to Kevin." I said, "No problem. I won't disturb you again." So I now went back to the areas that I'm not good at. I now work on the areas. But today I can quickly, because before, whenever you are on section or Dr. Lake on section, I will be confused. I don't know anything you are talking about. But today, at least I always waited, like, as in when it was like 5 minutes for the time, I would wait for it to come online. So I'm very, very happy to be on this academy, and I pray that God Almighty will give me the knowledge to achieve my desire.
Prayer is already answered. You're already in the process. So I said access. So first you have access. I said process. Now you're following the process. So first you sleep. You were doing things your way. It wasn't too clear. But because of the guy mentorship, all right, you had access to Emmanuel. And guess what? You have access to Emmanuel, you have access to me, because I told Emmanuel personally to oversee your growth. All right. See, when I know you're following instruction, and which you did. And today you coming on the live and say you made money. I was like, I was interested in knowing how your journey. And I wanted everybody to know. Okay, so 3 weeks down the line, you knowing nothing about trading. Today you can actually be bold about following instruction of a trade. And that
was even the trade AJ you called today. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
15 minutes bullish. That is 796 entry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I waited to that 15 minutes. The market bullish, and I made another money today.
Even after this session?
Yes.
Whoa. That's amazing. That's amazing. And this is just to tell anyone, this is someone who's, guess what? I think you told me you had a prior bad experience in Forex before. Am I correct? I think
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't have the mentorship and you didn't really have access to an environment. Am I correct?
Yes. I was just using one app, Forex Signal, free Signal.
Good. Tell us how much you lost, how much you paid for experience.
I lost like $1,000, or 500K.
$1,500.
No, $1,000.
Okay, $1,000.
Yes.
Well, that's more money though. I thought you lost. I think I was hearing from man a couple that you've lost. Okay, do you have I think you had a prior experience where you give people money to trade for you. Was it you?
Yes. I have.
Yeah, how much?
That one a big money now. Almost $4,000. 2 million naira.
2 million naira. That's this small. That's the small money, Yeah, but that's good. All right. But today you can never make that mistake again, right?
Sure. Even I have guests on this call now, and I invited people on this call now. So
all right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for plugging. Thank you for being consistent and following instructions, right? Now I'll say this. 3 weeks. Look at how he's speaking. All right. I remember before it got started, how many times I had to knock on the door. His doubt is here. This is really what I wanted. But just 3 weeks, right? And I'll compare that to something I said I wanted to talk about, which is our educational people. I need everybody to put process on the chat so that you can understand what I want to talk about. Success may not be easy. Because if it's easy, everybody is going to be successful. Everybody will, right? But one crack code about success is that it's simple. Why? Because there is a proven process guide to follow. The ability and willingness and tenacity to go through it judiciously is the uneasy part. All right? But let's talk about school. How many of you today, you're a graduate, and what you're doing, you're using physics, or let's say please help me, all the hypotenuse theory. Pythagoras theorem. How many of you are using Pythagoras theorem? How many of you are using the things you learned in classroom in your work of life? Let's just be honest. All right. How many of you? How many of you for real? Just let me know in the chat. I want to tell you what the educational structure stands for. And the moment you understand this, you can know why you should follow through process. All right. How many of you, just let me know in the chat? Someone said, I'm not fine. Someone said, I'm still looking for X. Someone is still looking for X. You're still finding X and Y, right? But let me tell you something. These people were deliberate to make educational system like that. Why? They needed to enslave your attitude for you to break. So why would someone tell me to go read A, B, C, the master something to be criteria for? It's called repetition. It may not be needed, but the fact that you have to they made it a structure for you to go through. So it became a structure. It became a structure to put you in that box of control. They needed to control you so that after you're going to use it to go get a certificate and work under a person. Right? See the high flyers in life, they didn't make money because of education, but they needed to control people so people could work for them. So if the structure of the world needed control, repetition, just follow through the same process. You need to follow through a process of repetition. You need to do things so some of you think, okay, go through the education, go through the plan. You think you don't need it, probably because you now know how to trade. But guess what? It is needed to discipline you, to put you, to eliminate that box. The same way you were put in a box, all right? That same box needs to be put in a box to eliminate you, to eliminate that inability, all right? That mindset. Follow the education. Go watch the live session, all right? So if I watch the live session, am I making money? I need to join the Go Live Educator and make money. That's really what's important for me. But I tell you, go watch the live session. Go watch the recorded session. Go look at the academy. Watch it 21 times. It doesn't make sense to you because there's something about you that doesn't want to be on the program. But it needs to go through it. That is how you learn. All right? So that is the process of learning. So that I talked about process. That process is really very important. It's easy to create 6 figures income. All right? Yes, it may take you a year, it may take you 2 years. But if it takes you 2 years to create a 6-figure income in US dollars, would it be worth it? If this conversation we've had leads you within the next 2 years, 18 months, you're creating a 6-figure income in US dollars, would it be worth the time you're spending on this call? If you're on this call, that's really who I'm talking to. All right. If in the next 12 months to 18 months, you want to create a 6-figure income through learning, following through mentorship, and the use of software, you believe making a 6-figure income will be worth it for you. All right. Put in 777 on the chat or tell me you're ready. All right. So in case you don't know who I am, all right, by the grace of God, I am the #1 student of this academy. Okay. So I started 3 years ago. So I'm in the best position to show you a process for you to follow, right? If you do the same thing I do, you're going to get the kind of income I'm getting, and even above. There's no limit to how much you can make, all right? But my goal is actually to work with 100 individuals in the year 2022 to get to at least a minimum of $100,000, all right, within the course of 12 months. If you think you are ready, all right, you're ready for this, put I'm ready on the chat. All right, so this gives you a preview of the person that is giving you this information. I'm so humble. I'm so grateful to God that over the course of 3 years in this platform, I am now one of the top educators in this platform, educating over 500,000 students worldwide have access to educating 500 in over 120 countries, all right, in over 18 languages. So we've made multiple 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures in income through this education. And what I just thought is the more people will help get what it is they want, we're going to get more of what it is we want. All right. So how many of you are ready to follow through the process of mentorship? Put I'm ready on the chat because that is what it is. All right. To get started in this platform is quite simple. The company made it a way where, just a moment, please. Company made it a way where it's simple for you to actually get access, all right, to the platform. There's a learning platform where you follow through the live. So we have strategies. So these strategies, they cover for your trading. So you don't even need to, all right, stress yourself in trading. And if you're asking yourself, what is it going to cost me, right, to get started? So these are our packages, all right? So we have the Elite Pack for $325. Okay, the Elite. So Elite covers all of the tools of the company, all of the academies. So if you want to learn Forex, you also want to be involved in HFX, which is binary trading. So you could trade Forex. You know, this is what I do. I have portfolios. Okay, practically a lot of people don't know. It may not make sense to you, but when you learn it, this is what it is. All right. So I have a portfolio for my bookkeeping. Everything I spend in my home has an account, right? And that account is in Forex. So I have an account for real estate. I have an account for, business. So I have several accounts. And what happens? These tools in this company, they cater for these accounts because I have learned how to use them. I don't necessarily need to know how to trade to use them. Okay. But because I am on the Elite Pack and as an investor, I can put my money in several accounts and I use this tool, whatsoever trade that is sent in these tools like Signal, I copy them and put. So whatever they pay me, I take a portion of it, all right? After paying my tithe, I have what we call jar construction. So these are part of the things you're going to learn as an investor when you come in. It's part of the things you're going to gain as mentorship. So that's what the Elite Pack is from, all right? Today, I probably don't need to analyze cryptocurrency to trade. I have Swipe Coin. Whenever I trade is called, boom, I copy and paste, all right? And that feeds my real estate account. Okay, so this is what you could use the Elite for. You can earn while you're learning, all right, through the Elite massively. All right. Now, some people will say, okay, I'm on a budget. I want to come in, all right. So the other package is 200. The monthly for Elite is $274 monthly to keep the Elite and access to all the education, the mentorship, and also the software. Now we have. So you want to come in on Forex. Forex is presently, all right, the good thing is you can actually get started for $185. It's actually $235, all right, but we are on a promo, limited promo for $185 now. So we're getting started. You can take advantage of that promo, all right, and it's the monthly tuition is $175, all right, for you to keep getting access to the platform. And just so you know, so I don't want anybody who's on this call, so don't call someone. I don't even bother to ask them, all right. Am I going to pay a monthly tuition? Cambridge says you will pay a monthly tuition. And when you pay it rightly, you pay it for life. All right. Cambridge, what do you mean? Everything you're living under legally today is under a construction. All right. It's under a subscription. How? Your house rent. Is it under a subscription? Yes or yes? All right. Your school fees. You're training your kids to school. Is it under a subscription? Yes or yes? All right. Your mobile data. Is it under a subscription? Your Netflix. All right, is it under a subscription? Amazon, Gift, like everything legal, all right, that we use in our lifestyle is under a subscription. That's to tell you how things are sustainable. So this education, just like every other education, is under what? A school fees pattern. So you pay school fees to keep this on, all right? So the monthly tuition is $175, but the company did something that you can actually get it for free. How can we? Today, through the platform, all right, you have an opportunity to get a scholarship. So to get a scholarship, the company says help 2 individuals get started within your first 28 days. So that's an optional way to get a scholarship so that you don't even bother about the tuition. So if you're here on the call, you think that may be a challenge, you meet with the person who got you on. We are ready to always help people get a free subscription. All right. If you're willing to just follow instructions, does that make sense? Putting a 5 on the chat. So that was never a challenge. So whether the 274 monthly or the 175 monthly, as long as you get in, you are in a package. If you help 2 people get in on that same package, all right, you are going to get a monthly tuition free. So you could use that to get your scholarship. But that's not all. All right, this company did something which is quite amazing, and I'll just talk a little about it. All right, it goes beyond to say, so I'll stop sharing here. We have several testimonies. This is one of my mentors here. Someone who got started on the platform, borrowed the money to get started. Today is actually a multi-millionaire, 5 years in the business, a multi-millionaire, helping millionaires achieve their dreams. All right, it's a millionaire mentor now, but they actually borrowed $270 to get started. All right, through our opportunities. One of my direct mentors, Gary Masun from Trinidad and Tobago. Everything that I've become has been a foundation to my success. That is the environment that I talked about. Now, I'll share this. There's a way you can actually create a 5th stream of income. So we have different stream of income. We have Forex, HFX, DCX, and even e-commerce. Okay. Then we also have the 5th stream of income that you can create from this company. It's quite simple. I'll discuss on it. It's an optional space. But let me tell you the advantage of this. Forex needs cash flow. So a lot of people have traded Forex and they become successful in the skill set, but they're not successful traders. They know how to trade, but they don't have an account. They don't have money to trade, right? It's so sad. Forex needs money to trade. So lots of people have learned the skill, but no money. And sometimes your salary can't just do it. It's an investment environment. When you start, it's not going to be perfect from the beginning. So you may lose a whole lot of money in the beginning, just like planting. If you don't know how to plant very well, you may lose a whole lot of seed if you go into planting. All right. But over time, as you master planting, you begin to gain some seed, more seed. So you need seed to practice. So just like trading, you need money to practice. Sometimes your salary is not enough. And if you go borrow money, you're going to be under pressure. All right. So the challenge a lot of people had in Forex before now is that they started with lots of money, probably borrowed, they had pressure, and they lost it. And they couldn't use the skill set to continue, and they failed. Not because the skill set wasn't there, not because they don't know how to trade, but because there was no cash flow to practice. All right. So this company said we could help people gain cash flow. All you need to do is what? Help us expand our student base. So it's a win-win. I know how to talk to people. I know how to help people win. All right. I know people who want to learn how to trade the right way. So if I could get individuals who are interested in learning how to trade and multiplying their income, all right, this company says we're going to pay you in different ranks. All right. So if you get, let me tell you just the numbers that resonate with me. All right. 12 individuals will pay you $600. A team of 12. All right. This is the numbers that resonate with me. And I'm going to probably 2 numbers and I'm done. 12. You know what that means? If I get 12, so I come in today, I'm learning the skill set. While I'm learning, I helped, all right, 3 of my friends get started. We talk as friends. I was okay, let's help a community of 12. They also brought individuals. And we are 12 in number. All right. Now, if they get three individuals, they're going to get paid. But let me tell you the value of 12 when it comes to income. You have money to pay your tuition every month. You're break even in the business. And guess what? You have about $300 to $400 to put in your live account and start trading consistently because this money is paid every month. If you fail, if you lose money in trading, would you quit on $600? Yes or yes? Yes or no? All right. Let's say you blow an account, you funded $600. Would you quit because you lost money? If you still have $600 coming the next month. So this was a very strategic thing for the company to do to help individuals who want to stay here and learn the skill. All you need to do, build a team of interested people who want to learn how to trade. All right. And you build a team of 12. Guess what? You get $600. If you have interested people in that team who want to do the same thing you did, if 3 builds a team of 12, you are at $1,000. $1,000 puts your freedom in this company. Now you have enough to learn the skill and enough to trade consistently, even if you're failing over time. You have the balance, mental stability, fortitude to learn the skill for a long run. Give yourself time, 6 months to 18 months, you're going to be a 6-figure income earner. That is really what we have in our environment. If you think you got value, all right, in this last 60 minutes that I've spent with you, all right, you want to put a call or a message, call the person who put you on this call and say thank you. Be grateful. All right. If this information is of value to you. But let me tell you the last thing. Information without perspiration or inspiration without perspiration is useless. Right? Information without action is also useless. It's the same thing. One thing is to hear this information. One thing is to act on it. Now you have the right environment. You have the right environment to learn the skill, follow through the mentorship. We are really available. I can say I've never been available to help someone win. All right. Like I have that time now. All right. I'm open to anyone who wants to expand this education to people all over the world. I am ready. If you have a team of people who wants to win and they need our mentorship, I am ready. All you need to do is get started. All right. So thank you, everyone. Get back to the person who placed you on. We're going to be in Port Harcourt during the weekend this week. All right. For live event, 2-day live event. All right. In the city of Port Harcourt. Get the details from the person who placed you on this call. Or get it from my page. I'm going to post it in the picture. All right. So thank you, everyone. I always want to see you at the top, not from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Thank you for spending all the time to listening to this information. Make sure you get back to the person who placed you on. See you at the top.